A resilient rangeland provides pristine, open spaces, habitat for wildlife, recreational opportunities, and livelihoods for families. The research has been clear. Invasive annual grasses and their role interacting with megafires are devastating to rangelands. We know that a resilient rangeland with deep-rooted perennial bunch grasses and healthy, diverse plant communities is one of the best defenses against this invasion. So how do we manage for a resilient rangeland? There are many restoration tools available once an area has been invaded by annual grass or burned. Chemical, mechanical, and biological means are used to restore rangeland. We need these. But cattle also play an important role. One of our most cost-effective tools is fuel management at a large scale prior to invasion through grazing. In a study done in the northern Great Basin, researchers compared the invasion of exotic annual grass after fire in areas that had been moderately grazed to areas that had not been grazed in over 50 years. They compared the areas 2 decades after the fire and found that there were almost 2 times more perennial bunch grass in the grazed area than in the ungrazed, and that the ungrazed area had nearly 2 times as much annual grass compared to the grazed treatment. Why did this happen? If fuel conditions are right, a fire can burn too hot or too long in one area, likely killing the existing plants and seeds there. This then allows the annual grasses, which establish and grow quickly, to get a jump before the perennial grasses can reestablish. In the study, the ungrazed area had 2 times greater fuel load compared to the grazed area before the fire, helping it to burn hotter and longer. In the grazed areas, the cows acted as fuel managers, removing part of the fuel that accumulated. A lighter fuel load created a faster-moving, low-intensity fire that allowed the perennial grasses to live through the fire and reestablish to continue fighting off invasion after the fire. Moderate grazing helped increase the ecosystem's resilience to post-fire invasion of exotic annual grasses. Other ongoing studies have looked at the benefits of grazing areas already invaded by annual grass in early spring and late fall. During these times, many invasive annual grasses are green and palatable. While grazing, cattle disturb the crucial thatch layer. The thatch is the previous year's dead growth weaving together to form an impenetrable layer that is crucial in helping these grasses germinate and establish further dominance. Cows help disrupt germination through grazing and hoof action, limiting annual grass growth and allowing perennial grasses a better chance of competing. This also helps reduce fuel loads for the following fire season. In fire-prone areas, people prepare their homes and property for fires by removing debris, thinning vegetation, and generally reducing flammability. Cows do this for our rangelands and are one of the only cost-effective tools for doing so at that scale when properly managed. We know that a resilient public rangeland is a good thing for all of us as hunters, recreationalists, and ranchers, and it's crucial for the habitat and species that make their home there. Management of these lands is complex, but we need to ensure all tools are available to fight back against changing fire regimes and invasive species. Let's promote a resilient rangeland that will be able to do that for generations to come.